Good morning, fam. Out there in all different forms of communications, metaverse, and everything. So I think this is gonna be my next cool thoughts video. I'm going right now to just drive to a location, take care of a little stuff. I'm always running around busy, so I think the only time I ever have to make these cool thoughts is when I'm driving. Also, when I'm driving, I kind of think a little clearer, so it's pretty weird. But anyway, let's get into it. So I recently just finished doing the Vast Wilds terrarium chase, and it was pretty interesting. Just seeing how the stickers kind of formulate and work are really cool. You get to see them spin in 3D. They're kind of self-contained little worlds that Quidd had created to kind of just show the idea of a concept. And I'm going to go into depth right here what I believe, in my opinion, what that concept might be. And I'll try to kind of take what's going on in my mind or ideas and kind of put it out there. So when I was reading the information on these terrariums, it said, well, you know, these awards will be kind of, you can display them in augmented reality, and these spheres, you'll be able to see an amazing detail, just in short what they're all about. So I looked at these terrariums, these stickers, and I think the term sticker throws a lot of people off. So I've been talking to the Quidd fam on Discord, and I kind of been showing them as I did my research and dug. I had remembered seeing these Stranger Things, Marvel, and other, you know, larger IPs and non-larger IPs doing stickers in Google Pixel and the Google phones, and they looked really cool. But at that time, I wasn't really into it. I was kind of doing my own thing with other stuff. But fast forward and being on Quidd and seeing how the augmented reality really has started kind of growing and taking shape, and the potential's always been there. Looking at these terrariums and seeing that, I was like, okay, that's really interesting. So they're stickers, they're spinning in 3D, and I think what a lot of people don't see the potential with this is that metadata. You know, I grew up old school, guys. To me, metadata just means it's information from one location pointing to information in another location. So just bear with me when I kind of talk about this. So basically, we look at cryptocurrencies. All it's doing is it's just a piece of code that points from one piece of information to another piece of information. And then it kind of goes in deeper with smart contracts, just basically showing that there's different... I'm in Albuquerque, people drive crazy. Okay, there we go. Lost my train of thought there. So, yeah, so with the smart contracts and code, it goes in more deeper depth as to having a lot of different utility and variations of that code. Even things can change when certain requirements are done or affected. So looking at this Vast Wilds, going back, I was really interested in seeing what this reward was. So I kind of, you know, played it, and I still think this stuff is cheap. Some people might think, well, you know, getting a 2-print pack for $8 is a lot. I don't think so. You know, compared to what these things can do, what I've seen, the expense of certain entry points into other platforms, this is pretty fair. And, sorry, I do DoorDash and Lyft extra cash so I can actually, you know, have fun with this stuff that I'm doing. Anyway, so going back, I think a lot of people are thrown off, and I think Quidd has been very quiet and very careful on how they kind of say things going out, because the community will kind of take things, any kind of hint or variable, pretty wild. Even I was kind of talked to, but my Quidd cohorts. Just saying, hey, just be careful what you say, because people are taking things the wrong way. They might think it's this, might think it's that. New users might think that. I totally respected that. So I can understand how hype and FOMO can really create something on Drive It, because they're thinking it's one thing, and it's not another. But once I got my award, right? Again, these Ethereum stickers were really cool, and I'm looking at them, and they look very, very Tron-like, to say the least. I mean, I grew up, and I was born in the late '70s, so when I saw Tron, and yeah, I was able to play the game in the arcades. When I saw Tron, it kind of really opened up my ideas and my horizons on the idea of how technology and software could really grow into something much bigger, and how you can expand a piece of information from one small point to a much bigger point. And the reason I'm going to go into depth with all this is, so when I got the award, I was able to kind of rank in the top 50, and I think you can go a little bit more than that. I think it was maybe like top 60, and you'd get one of these awards, augmented reality ones. And then there was another one which you get in the top 10. Now, when you play this, Quidd calls it the meta game. It's fun. They'll have different variations, different levels you can go into. Top 10 is very hard to get into. There's some real hardcore collectors, chasers, that unless you really get lucky, or you really kind of go really hard after it, you're not going to beat them. And they've been in the game for a long time. These are a lot of OGs, which I've talked to. I respect them. It's really cool. You know, just kind of doing these chases, I've learned a lot. So again, I was able to top in the top 50, got this award, and when I looked at it within the app, it looked a certain way. And in the app, you're kind of limited as to how you can move it and manipulate it. On the web app, I kind of just recently noticed that things are completely different on the web app. The metadata is different. I won't say the metadata is different. Just the digital representation of things are clearer. They're sharper. I can, even use my camera through the web app in a different way than I can with the mobile app, and that might be my phone. It just might be really difficult to interact with different hardware through all different phones. Maybe the web app just works a little bit better. I don't understand all the particulars. I really haven't tried going into the code or looking at anything. I could. I had a background in that. I'm not going to do it. Just don't have the time. I'll let things run its course. When I was able to take this award and put it into augmented reality, like say I was doing it in my kitchen, and I blew it up and I moved it around, it looked to me as if I was looking into a Tron world, and just really able to see the different layers of it. To me, it was like the start of a potential that could really, again, this is my opinion, guys, that could really expand much larger. Almost to the point where, what if we could have a small sphere, a world, that we can actually hold right in our hands, hold right in our room, and look at it and expand it from there. It was really, really cool. Like almost having not a metaverse, but a meta world. I'll call it a meta world. Right there in my kitchen. It was really, really cool. So I'm going to be doing a video. I'm going to put it on YouTube and really go in depth and kind of show you what I'm seeing. It could be nothing bigger than that, but I think just seeing how the Quidd has been very, very quiet, has kind of rolled this out little by little, giving these little tiny hints from very basic 2D cards going up. And with their, there's a thing they have called interstellar realities, where they're going to be working with the sandbox, and seeing, one of seeing their teaser videos and how they're going to be going to that. To me, seeing the vast wilds being pixelized and seeing how you can have a metaverse right there almost makes me think about something like Little Big Planet. Now, I'm not hinting or anything that there's going to become kind of collab or anything like that. Seeing my kids play Little Big Planet, I played it myself too, and seeing how all these different levels and all these different games and all these things interact, and how people can add content and gain content when they play these games, it really opened up in my mind the possibilities on it when I see stuff like this with the Vast Wilds and a lot of the Quidd collectibles that I personally own. Everything I show guys, I personally own. I've gone out of my way, bought it, store it, and many people think I'm nuts, but that's okay. I can live with that. It'll be very interesting to see for the rest of this year and going into next year and forward how these technologies play out. Now, what I own might just be that's it. That's as far as it goes. But understanding how metadata works, it could lead to airdrops. It could lead to bigger things. They're very quiet. Quidd is very quiet on this, and I actually have so much respect and appreciation just for that fact, because to me it means they have a very long-term plan, and they don't need to overhype things. I think they have things so put in place that it's like Loctite, and I respect that. And I'm not knocking any other platforms. Everybody's kind of growing the space. They're making things the best that they can. They're growing a brand new technology. And anytime this thing is new and you're growing it, it takes immense amount of resources, immense amount of time, effort, and personnel. So just being a part of this and kind of sharing my thoughts and experiences is really, really cool. But I think that's all for now. I'll do some more videos shortly when I have time. Time's always a very perceptive thing when we can use it and have it. But check out Quidd's Vast Wilds. Check out their other items. I've done a gallery on moon dust from Craig Howe. Really awesome. If you have time, look up the AMA that was done on him. He has an extensive background in history and a lot of different projects. Really cool. Love the artwork. And on the gallery, I put it in spatial. So it kind of, again, you could take this information and put it somewhere else. They're high res. I was able to just take a picture through my phone, blow it up, put it in there. Once it's on chain, I can actually take it from my wallet, put there. As technology gets through for more, we might even see it where with these galleries, and I'm sure right now it's free. I would gladly pay these galleries and spatial as I use them more. I have no problem paying the monthly fee or yearly fee just because I really like the software. If, you know, say Quidd or somewhere else kind of does better, cool. I'm all for it. But what these galleries I can see doing is, again, metadata, is showing, hey, I'm the owner. This is not what I see them do now, but hey, I'm the owner. Here's the proof that I have it. And maybe in the future, have it where it interacts with some kind of trading or sales system, and then there's exchange of, you know, cash, crypto, whatever. Again, this is all speculative, guys, very speculative, but this is kind of like what I believe things could go, either in the near or distant future. And I think that I'll leave it at this right now. Just really excited, guys. I mean, I do eBay. I ship to international customers. I ship locally, a large array of different items, collectibles, products, whatever. And to me, the idea that as more people come connected and we all become interconnected and interoperability and utility become more profound, I'll be able to have a storefront, I believe, speculation again, where I can offer these to the people. And it's not like I'm trying to get wealthy or rich, you know, but the cool thing is I'll be able to trade with people and maybe get into other projects or get items that I couldn't get before. Maybe they were on my price range. But I think as people want to collect and kind of get more utility, that would be really cool to see that, hey, you know, I got this stuff early, I'll be able to trade it for this on this platform, whatnot. Again, we'll see what happens. For now, guys, lots of love. This is cool vids. Also known as Paradox Cycle. Look for me on many different platforms. I'm on not only Quidd, I'm on VV, Open Space, the Tops platforms, and all their different kind of included games and metaverses there. I recommend checking them out on Panini. And it kind of just expanding from there. How I find the time for this stuff, guys, is bananas. But I guess I make it. All right, later. If you like my videos, like and subscribe, and tell a friend. Cheers.